I am 15 years old and I'm in grade 10. My favorite thing to do is dance. I was born with congenital heart defects. Congenital means acquired during development at birth. 1 in 100 children are born with a congenital heart defect. This can be something really small or something really big. For most of my life, up until a few months ago, I didn't have the energy that I always needed or wanted to do physical activities such as gym class or dance. I still always tried to participate to the best of my ability in everything I could. When I was 5 months old, my mom took me for a doctor checkup. The doctor heard a heart murmur. A heart murmur is essentially a small hole in the heart. Many people have heart murmurs and don't even know about them and live full normal lives. My doctor wanted me to see a pediatric cardiologist, a children's heart specialist, just to be on the safe side. So, my mom took me on February 15, 1996. The doctor performed a test called an echocardiogram. This doesn't hurt. It is a little device that rolls over your skin and brings up a picture on the screen, kind of like an ultrasound, but of the heart. The doctor did this test on me for over an hour. At the end, he told my mom that there were several things wrong with my heart, that I required heart surgery, and that she needed to take me to St. Kitts Hospital from his office. We went over right away. 2 days later, I had my first heart surgery. I had a severe coarctation of the aorta. This means that my aorta was pinched really tightly in one spot and that not enough blood was going through my body. I had other things wrong with my heart, but they just fixed that. After the surgery, 2 of the other defects mended themselves, but I still had a bicuspid aortic valve, which is when there are only 2 pathways out of the aorta instead of the normal 3. After the surgery, I continued to develop normally. The only problem was that I had very high blood pressure. I began taking blood pressure medicine. This helped it go down. My aorta had been made bigger, but the surgeons were only to make it a certain size with the hope that it would continue to grow on its own. The outside of my body grew, but unfortunately the inside didn't. My aorta didn't grow as much as it needed to. When I was 13, my doctor explained to my parents that the high blood pressure that I had all of my life was an issue. My actual heart was working too hard because of the blood pressure, and taking the medication long term was starting to compromise some of my other organs. His recommendation was another surgery. I found out about this surgery on September 1st, 2009, the day after I turned 14. At first, it came as a shock and didn't really sink in too much. I had more pressing issues on my mind, like starting high school. After a few weeks, it sunk in when we had to select a date for the surgery. I was scared to a point, but my family and friends were always there to talk or just to listen to whatever I had to say about the matter, which helped a lot. On Monday, November 16, 2009, I had my second heart surgery. The surgery I had is called an aortic patch repair. It is not a rare surgery, however, it is not one that is done frequently. Basically, what the surgeon does is slice open the aorta and push a patch in to make it wider. The surgery was supposed to take about 4 to 6 hours. Unfortunately, there were some problems during the surgery and it ended up lasting over 12 hours. When it was over, even the surgeon was not sure that I would survive. But I did. I am a survivor. My mom always tells me what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and she is right. I feel better now and have more energy. I have a scar down the center of my chest, and I love it. I am not embarrassed by it. It is a part of me, and it is a reminder that I am strong. People notice it all the time, and some people ask me what it is. I am happy to tell them. People hear my story and think that I am unlucky. I guess, in some ways, I am, because I've had to go through all of this. However, really, I am sort of fortunate. Why? I am fortunate to live in Canada, because when I was originally diagnosed with all these problems, I had surgery 2 days later. This is lucky. There are kids all over the world in developing countries or very poor areas of other countries who are very ill, who perhaps die without ever being seen by a doctor, or are diagnosed with severe congenital heart defects and have no access to surgery due to cost or lack of surgeons. Not only were my surgeries performed by world-renowned surgeons, but they didn't cost a cent. If I were to add up all the costs of my surgeries and hospital stays, it would probably be over $60,000. Not to mention the hundreds of doctor's appointments, tests, etc. that I have been to over the past 15 years, which would also add up to thousands and thousands of dollars. Tonight we are raising funds for an amazing organization called Save a Child's Heart. What they do is perform surgeries on children like me who live in developing countries, children that otherwise would die simply because they don't have access to doctors and hospital, not because there is no fix for their disease. This is really sad. Unfortunately, no representatives from this organization were able to speak tonight. We are going to watch a video that they have sent over. We should all take time to acknowledge how fortunate we are to have the medical care that we have, because even at its worst, it's better than most people have.